Greetings, everyone. This is Mama Alvina with video 2 of the 10-part video series on my journey to my second unassisted home birth. My first unassisted home birth was actually 2 years ago to my 7th child, and this will be my second to my 8th child. The topic for today is why I chose to birth unassisted. That's the big question. A lot of people want to know, why would you want to birth your baby at home without any medical help or any medical professional? Well, naturally, people will be curious to things that they don't have any knowledge of, something new, a new concept or a new idea that's new to them, because actually it's actually nothing new under the sun. This is something that our ancestors have been doing since the beginning of time, and the hospital is something new that I believe should not have even been brought up. The hospital is no place for birth unless it's an emergency. I think that one day in the future, hopefully they'll have more birth centers and less hospitals for women birthing children, unless they have some type of medical emergency. I think that's the only time a birth should be in a hospital. Hopefully we'll have more access to birth centers and midwives so that people can do it that way, even if they wouldn't want to do an unassisted home birth. Well, the reason why I chose is because I felt like I was very informed and educated on it. Like I said, this will be our 8th child. I've been in all the settings possible. I've birthed at the hospital before, I've birthed in birth centers before, and birthed at home. And I think the home is the best so far, is the most intimate. I can have as many people or as little people there as I want. I can do whatever I want to make myself comfortable. I like the fact that when I had my unassisted home birth with my son, I was able to get in my bathtub and relax in warm water to ease the contractions a little. I also like the fact that when I saw that my contractions slowed down, I could get up, put on some clothes, and walk around my neighborhood for a while to get the contractions back started. The next thing I was able to do was, when I came back from that walk, I took a little nap in between contractions. And then when I woke up, I was ready to go. So I know my body. I know the patterns of my labor and births. So it's just the most intimate thing. And the best part about it all is, once I finish birthing, I can get in my own bed without having to dress myself and the baby and go out into the elements to come home. That was one of the best things for me as well. And my children were all present to welcome their new sibling into the world. So these are some of the reasons why I chose to do an unassisted home birth. You can do the same thing with a midwife. I just chose to do it, as a next step for me and my family, because we are our own doctors and birth workers, and I felt that it just went along with the lifestyle that we live, and it's just the perfect thing. The best thing I would recommend people to do is read a lot, research a lot, watch videos, go to websites, get books, talk to people like me. You will get a lot of informed information, and you can make the best decision from there. And I suggest that if you are married, talk to your husband and make sure that he also feels comfortable with it and he has done some research as well. Yes, there are dangers that could arise if you are, anything can happen. But if you generally do not have a healthy pregnancy, if you have multiple children before and you see that you have a pattern of complications within your pregnancy, I wouldn't recommend that you birth this way. If you normally get gestational diabetes, I wouldn't suggest that you birth this way. Any other complications that can arise within a pregnant woman, I wouldn't recommend you birth under that in that way, because these are all medical emergencies that could arise, and you don't want to put yourself at risk any more than you have to. Now, like I said, if you are fully informed, you're healthy, take care of yourself, and you have a specific pattern throughout your pregnancies and birth, then this may be well for you. If you feel very confident in yourself, this is a very good choice for you. Some people don't have that confidence within themselves. Some people don't have the support that they feel like they would need to do something like this. Their husband may not be fully comfortable with birthing this way, so they don't feel like they could do it completely on their own. Some people would have an unassisted birth completely alone, without anybody present at all, without even their husband, children, friends, family, anybody. So there's many different ways you can do it. It just all depends on how you feel. I just, want people to know that it's not anything to be afraid of, because we have been birthing this way since the beginning of time. You have to think positive thoughts when you are deciding to do a birth like this. You can't think negative thoughts. Yes, anything can happen. Something can happen to you during the birth, even if you are healthy throughout your pregnancy. Something can happen to the baby during birth, even if you felt like you did everything right. And the truth of the matter is, anything can happen to you in a hospital. Regardless, some people still do not make it home from the hospital with themselves and their baby. That's just the possibility of it all. So I think that right there makes me feel that why not go this way if you know that there's still a small chance there. I mean, it is what it is, and things happen. You just have to have that confidence and that positivity in your mind that it will all go well. I hope that this video has shed a little bit more light on the subject of unassisted home births. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please leave me a comment under the video, or you can message me, and be on the lookout for the third video in this series on my journey to my second unassisted home birth. Thank you. Peace.